This is a short video clip showing the noise that's coming out of the helium-3 neutron detector tube. And I've been working on it for a while today and made a little bit of progress. First thing that I want to point out is that there are two components to this waveform. The green trace on the top is the actual signal coming out of the tube. The bottom trace is a fast Fourier transform of that signal, and it shows the frequency components. At the bottom here you can see a bunch of stuff shifting around. It's one or more oscillations at around 50 kilohertz, and the second one up here is the remnants of the switching power supply, the high voltage power supply, and that frequency is stable. It's known to be 200 kilohertz. These signals combine at the front end of the preamplifier, and so they both affect the output. Now I've dropped the trigger threshold down to about 1.9 volts. It's 980 indicated, but this is AC coupled, so it's only reading half the waveform on the positive side. And you can see here that's the pulse that's triggering well below the detection threshold. But you can see a correlation between that and these higher peaks down here, especially when there are multiple frequencies involved. And one of the interesting things is what the waveform actually looks like at each of those. You can see before and after it a considerable amount of the 200 kilohertz remnant from the switcher coming in, and when these peaks appear, they swamp that signal, but they also combine with it. You can see the upward step here. Because these two signals are not coherent, they're not related to each other, you get a chaotic harmonic situation where the resonance between these two frequencies will shift over time. And this peak that's triggering the scope right now, each time you see the display pause for just a second, that peak is exceeding the threshold. That is a discrete breather. That is exactly what Dubinko is talking about at the nuclear scale. Here it's happening between two anharmonic signals appearing in the same environment. The chaotic behavior down here is clearly described in a paper I posted in the link previously. Seems to involve toroidal structures traveling through the plasma, and I don't know that there's any way that we can get around that. It seems to be an inherent quality of this tube, at least in these operating conditions, corona phase. Thank you.